Amber Tuccaro, a vibrant 20-year-old woman from the Mikisew Cree First Nation, had a life full of promise. Born in Alberta, Canada, Amber was a loving mother, a cherished daughter, and a beloved sister. Her Indigenous heritage was not just a part of her identity, but a source of pride and strength. On August 17, 2010, Amber Tuccaro checked into a motel in Nisku, near Edmonton, with her infant son and a friend. The mundane setting of a roadside motel would soon become the backdrop for a chilling mystery. The next day, Amber decided to hitch a ride to Edmonton, leaving her son behind with her friend. This seemingly routine decision marked the beginning of a harrowing journey. Visual reenactments show Amber leaving the motel, her determined walk to the highway, and the fateful moment she accepted a ride from an unknown man. Maps illustrate the route she intended to take, contrasted with the uncertainty of where she actually ended up. This was the last time Amber was seen alive. The man who picked her up remains unidentified, and the events that followed are shrouded in darkness and fear. Every step she took, every second that passed, added to the enigma of her disappearance. As we delve deeper into her story, the weight of what happened that day becomes ever more palpable. Stay with us as we uncover more of this haunting tale. In the labyrinth of Amber Tuccaro's disappearance, one piece of evidence stands out as both a clue and a haunting reminder of her last moments. During the investigation, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, or RCMP, uncovered a phone call that Amber made while she was in the vehicle with the unknown man. This call would become the most crucial piece of evidence in her case. Amber, you better not be taking me anywhere I don't want to go. I want to go into the city, okay? Unknown man. You're going the right way. Amber, no, this doesn't feel right. Why are you going south? You're supposed to be going north. Unknown man. Just trust me. You're fine. Audio clip. Ends. In that chilling 60-second audio clip, Amber's voice is filled with tension and growing suspicion. She questions the man about their direction, her fear evident as she realizes she's being taken somewhere against her will. The man, calm and insistent, tries to assure her that they are on the right path, but his calculated tone only deepens the unsettling atmosphere. This audio is not just a clue, it's a window into Amber's final moments. Despite the clarity of the recording, the identity of the man remains a mystery. The tension in Amber's voice and the calm demeanor of the man create a stark contrast that chills to the bone. How could a voice remain unidentified for over a decade? The mystery surrounding Amber's last ride deepens, leaving her family and investigators with more questions than answers. Stay with us as we continue to unravel this haunting tale in the next chapter, where we delve into the chilling voice of Amber Tuccaro's killer and why this case remains unsolved. On September 1st, 2012, 2 years after Amber Tuccaro's disappearance, a grim discovery would forever alter the course of her case. Her skeletal remains were found in Leduc County, Alberta, near a farmer's field. This location, eerily close to where she was last seen, brought a chilling end to the search for Amber, but left her family and investigators with more questions than answers. The area where her remains were discovered is a quiet, rural landscape, a stark contrast to the bustling city Amber was trying to reach. The proximity of this site to her last known whereabouts only deepens the mystery of what happened during her final moments. For Amber's family, the discovery was devastating. After 2 years of hoping for her safe return, they were now faced with the heartbreaking reality of her death. The public, too, was shaken by this tragic turn of events, and the RCMP intensified their efforts to find her killer. Yet, despite the discovery of her remains, the identity of the man from the chilling phone call remains unknown. This tragic discovery did not bring the closure many had hoped for. Instead, it cast a long, dark shadow over the investigation, highlighting the brutal reality that Amber's killer was still out there, unpunished and unidentified. As we move forward, we continue to piece together the fragments of Amber Tuccaro's story, hoping that one day, justice will be served. Stay tuned as we delve into the chilling voice of Amber Tuccaro's killer and why this case remains unsolved in our next chapter. In 2012, the RCMP took a bold step to advance the investigation into Amber Tuccaro's disappearance. They released a 60-second audio clip to the public, a critical piece of evidence that had been kept under wraps until then. This clip captured the chilling voice of the man who was last heard with Amber. The hope was that someone, anyone, would recognize the male voice and come forward with information. The public response was immediate and overwhelming. The audio clip spread like wildfire across Canada, with news outlets, social media platforms, and community forums buzzing with discussions and theories. People from all corners of the country shared the clip, speculating on the identity of the man and expressing their shock and horror at the chilling nature of the recording. Despite the widespread attention and the immense public interest, the release of the audio did not yield the breakthrough that investigators had hoped for. No solid leads emerged, and no arrests were made. The voice remained unidentified, a haunting enigma that continued to elude even the most dedicated efforts of law enforcement and the public. The release of the audio clip became a focal point of the investigation, a stark reminder of the chilling reality of Amber's last moments. It also highlighted the immense challenges faced by those seeking justice for her. As we continue to unravel the mystery surrounding Amber Tuccaro's case, we are left with more questions than answers. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into the chilling voice of Amber Tuccaro's killer and why this case remains unsolved in our next chapter. In the wake of the chilling audio release, many began to scrutinize the investigation into Amber Tuccaro's disappearance. Amber's family has been particularly vocal about their dissatisfaction with how her case was initially handled. They felt that law enforcement did not take her disappearance seriously early on, a sentiment echoed by many Indigenous families facing similar tragedies. The lack of urgency in Amber's case is not an isolated incident, but reflects broader systemic issues. Indigenous communities across Canada have long criticized the authorities for their handling of cases involving missing and murdered Indigenous women. These systemic flaws have often led to delays and neglect in crucial investigations. Looking back at the timeline of Amber's case, it becomes evident that significant time was lost. It took several days before her case was given serious attention, and the release of the crucial audio clip only came 2 years after her disappearance. These delays may have hindered the progress of the investigation and contributed to the lack of solid leads. The flaws in the investigation serve as a grim reminder of the challenges faced by many families seeking justice for their loved ones. As we continue to explore Amber Tuccaro's case, it's crucial to acknowledge these systemic issues and advocate for better handling of such cases in the future. Stay with us as we delve deeper into the chilling voice of Amber Tuccaro's killer and why this case remains an unsolved mystery in our next chapter. Amber Tuccaro's tragic story is not an isolated incident, but part of a much larger, more harrowing crisis. In Canada, the epidemic of missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls, MMIWG, has gained national and international attention. Indigenous women in Canada are disproportionately affected by violence. Amber's case is just one of hundreds of unsolved cases that have left families and communities devastated. According to a national report, Indigenous women are 6 times more likely to be murdered than non-Indigenous women. This alarming statistic highlights the scale of the problem and the urgent need for action. The government's response to this crisis has been criticized for being too slow and insufficient. In 2015, the Canadian government launched a national inquiry into MMIWG, but many families feel that more tangible actions are needed to bring justice and change. Amber Tuccaro's case serves as a stark reminder of the systemic issues that allow these tragedies to persist. Her story, along with many others, calls for a renewed commitment to addressing the root causes of violence against Indigenous women and ensuring that their cases are given the urgency and attention they deserve. As we continue to explore Amber Tuccaro's last moments and the chilling voice of her killer, We must also remember the broader context of MMIWG and push for systemic change. Stay with us as we dive into the haunting mystery surrounding Amber Tuccaro's final ride and the voice that still haunts her family. As we delve deeper into Amber Tuccaro's tragic case, it's crucial to examine the theories and speculations surrounding her killer. One of the most compelling aspects of the investigation is the profile of the man heard in the audio recording. Some experts believe that his calm demeanor and familiarity with the route suggest he might be a local to the area. Over the years, several suspects and persons of interest have been considered. However, each lead has ultimately gone cold, and no one has been definitively linked to Amber's disappearance and murder. There is also the chilling possibility that Amber's case could be connected to other missing women in the region. Could this be the work of a serial offender preying on vulnerable women? While the tone of our exploration remains speculative, it is important to acknowledge that without new leads, the identity of Amber's killer remains a mystery. Stay with us as we continue to unravel the haunting details of Amber Tuccaro's last ride and the voice that still haunts her family. Amber Tuccaro's case remains a chilling mystery, with the haunting audio clip still being the most critical piece of evidence. Despite the passage of time, the voice of her killer has yet to be identified. Amber's family has never stopped fighting for her. They hold memorials, speak at events, and use every platform available to keep her memory alive and demand justice. The RCMP has stated that Amber's case remains open. They continue to ask for the public's help, urging anyone with information to come forward. Every tip, no matter how small, could be the key to unlocking this case. Amber's story is a tragic reminder of the crisis facing missing and murdered Indigenous women. It is vital that we not only seek justice for Amber, but also for all the other women who have disappeared or been murdered. If you have any information about Amber Tuccaro's case, please contact authorities. Together, we can help bring justice to Amber and ensure that her voice, and the voices of countless others, are heard. Amber Tuccaro's case is a stark reminder of the ongoing crisis of missing and murdered Indigenous women. Now, more than ever, we need your help to keep Amber's story alive and to seek justice for her and countless others. If you recognize the voice in the chilling audio clip, or have any information, no matter how small, please contact the RCMP at contact number or submit a tip anonymously at Tipline website. Your information could be the key to unlocking this case. Share Amber's story and the audio clip with your friends, family, and on social media. Every share helps keep the conversation going and increases the chances of identifying her killer. You can also support Indigenous rights by donating to organizations working to combat the MMIWG crisis. Visit organization website to learn how you can contribute. Let's raise awareness and foster respectful discussions in the comments section. We must continue to shine a light on the larger systemic issues impacting Indigenous communities. Together, we can help bring justice for Amber and ensure that her voice and the voices of countless others are heard. Thank you for watching, and thank you for caring. Stay curious, stay safe.